Good morning, gentlefolk, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, with me, your exuberant host, Screamy. Today we begin the so-called cleanup phase, at least as far as I'm concerned. The phase where we finish off those loose threads that exist before we enter the King's Castle and proceed on the quest. These things are optional, but can be quite handy indeed. And so I will show them to you. Now, that bull set in front of us, you remember, spewed fire just a few episodes ago. No longer does so. Instead it leaves an iron key. Where does it go? I'll show you in a little moment. If Our Lady would run a little faster. Now, next to the scroll you'll notice there's some form of white, black, I think it's a flower icon with a red line over it. If you missed it, you missed it. That means you cannot be invaded. While that is there, it lasts half an hour. I don't exactly know what causes it to appear. But like I said, we are entirely protected from invasions. You can remove that by choosing Nullify Human Effigies effect. And I'm gonna do that, because fucking invasions are fun. Right. So what was I going to do? Yes. There's actually two areas I can show you. One of them's entirely unimportant. Well, they're both kind of unimportant. But one of them can be very useful in the late game. This area can only be useful in the beginning. This is not the iron key opening this is the Bastille key. Bastille key? No, the soldier's key. Yes, this is the soldier's key opening that you get after the last giant. So as you understand, we could have gone here like a million zillion years ago. But we didn't. Because it wasn't really relevant and I wanted to get a move on. But I also said I would explore everything. Ah yeah, the ancient ironclad suit. It's like the ironclad suit, only terrible and old. I think it weighs just as much. Too bad. It could have been a lighter alternative to the old ironclad thing. But that was not to be. Excuse me, sir, will you please stop that? Yes, there is an archer here to our left who will attempt to make things difficult. We'll just run past him. The most effective way is to naturally to shoot him off. But we don't bother with such, do we? Now, interesting thing with Dark Souls is that even by enemies this primitive by any standards, you can take quite significant damage if you're not careful, like I did just. It helps that they insist on using that combination attack. That is quite creepily fast for someone that large. There you go. This is usually the only reason I go to this neck of the woods. The leather set. It's full light armor. It's got quite good quality. Really early. But really, unless I'm playing someone exceedingly light, I don't bother going here at all. If you use a bonfire skettic on that one, or if you're on NG+, a red phantom will spawn up there, wearing the... Ah, yes. That is probably the better idea to go here. I don't know how often they spawn, but the seed of Tree of Giants do spawn there. If you don't know what these wonderful items are, if you use them during an invasion, enemies can start attacking the invader, which they are normally immune to, which can cause for some wonderful surprises and horrible deaths. And we're all in favor of that, are we not? But yes, now for the iron key, the real reason I went here. Let's see if I can survive this, for starters. Yes, beautiful face. Quite photogenic. Don't you agree? Ah, some coffee. This door that we just walked past earlier. Hello, doggy. Are you helping me record? You're doing a very fine job. Very fine indeed. Yes, now this area is dangerous as heck. Fire protection gear is quite recommended. I wish I had some. That would be wonderful. But we don't. I suppose cutting would be more appropriate here. So we bring out the big knife. These enemies will murder you. Yes, yes they will. Ow, ow, ow. How was that even off? They're fast, they're strong, they take no damage, they're absolute bastards. And it actually killed me. Interesting. By jumping in a direction I was not in. So yes, I mentioned fire protection, and that would not have helped me a single bit. Ah, but I regress. Back to the grind, that was terrible. There are some quite useful items there. And you don't have to go that way, you could also use some form of item that gives you reduction to fall damage. And simply jump down at the far end where there's a small mound of various debris. I find that it's usually the smarter way since you don't have to tussle with this particular bastard. I'm getting my souls. You have fun there, sir. Where's that bastard? Come on. Come on, you little slime. What are you doing over there? Ah, yes. Crack the red orb. That... You can probably farm them here, if you're mad. Given how much bloody damage these things deal. How was that even a thing? Oh, this is going rather well. Go to him down. It's going better than expected, which is bad. More red eye orbs. And this is the price I personally am looking for. The Rebel's Great Shield. We might actually come to use that at some point in the game. Like you see, it protects against everything except physical damage. Which is a shame, but I'm more comfortable with rolling anyway. So if you're graded, slap some Titanite on it and it's fantastic for dealing with those pesky hexes that can and will plague your multiplayer experience. Can I, please? Oh dear, I'm gonna die. Yep. That's the thing that happened. Now I'm gonna show you the other path. That's far less lethal. Turns out this area is going to be the entire episode. That's a bit of a shame. I was hoping to show you the other one as well, but maybe just as well we dedicate an entire episode to that. Because that's barely an easy. Sir? Sir? Not even going to bother picking that up. Do we have clown pants? We have clown pants. Do we have any tiger items? No. We take the plunge then. This is the area I wanted to go. Oh god, and you don't want to mess that up like I did. Don't do that. Huh, that in another area I apparently didn't show you either. I'm gonna use a homeward though. Pretty soon we'll get an item that will allow us to do this for free. So they will become superfluous just shortly. Today's just been a cavalcade of misery and failure, hasn't it? Well, these things happen. This is Dark Souls. It's how the game moves. Right, this time we do what we're supposed to do and attack the ground. Surefire way of making sure you're not rolling away from the ground. Head out, intake of breath. That means you're in trouble. Now, if you can hear some whistling, that's a very sad dog. This fellow is a bit odd. He will only breathe fire, he will not do anything else. Which makes him a lot easier, thankfully. And a guy in the basement. This might be silent like that, and he won't be able to hurt you. Large solar protonate. The hawk ring. Do I remember? Yes, extended range of arrows. Needless to say, we won't be using that. Flame quartering. That's another good reason to go. Well, I say good reason. That might be pushing it. It's another reason to go here. There has been times when I've used when I've gone here to collect a ring before facing the Fire King for the extra fire protection, which in hindsight is kind of mad, since the Fire King is a lot easier in that area. Oddly enough, I haven't kept proper track of time, but we should be able to take a gander at an exterior at least. And I'm immune to invasions again. Why do they keep doing that? Now this is going to be quite difficult as well, so expect more dying. Yes. Back in Black Gulch, and the wrong end of it, nonetheless. Sorry about that. We're going to the hidden chamber. And more so, we're going for a hidden chamber near the hidden chamber. But you know what? Actually, we'll do that next time. It's getting a bit late. So until next time, I've been Screamy, and you have been wonderful.